Hello, good morning everyone and welcome to Gigi's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare homemade spices. Are you ready? Let's do it. So to make spices, what I have here is some chili parts. This is very spicy. So I have mild ones here too. I use this as a substitute for paprika and especially for the fish curry because you only use chili powder and turmeric powder for the fish curry. So for the gravy you need extra chili powder or paprika. And then I have here is coriander seeds, some jeera, cloves, star anise, cardamom, bay leaves, and cinnamon sticks. So first I'm going to show you is how to prepare the chili parts and the coriander seeds. Those are the ones that we are going to wash and then dry it. So I'm going to take you through that process, okay? So then at the end, I will show you how to make the garam masala with all these ingredients. So to wash the chili parts and the coriander seeds, I have here is 2 colanders or strainers and then 2 large parts. So I can wash them and then strain them and dry them. So I'm going to do the coriander seeds first because that one is the easiest one. So you don't have to wear gloves or anything like that. But for chili parts, you have to wear gloves. So I am going to pour the coriander seeds to this colander, the strainer. I'm going to let the water run. Make sure you use a strainer or colander, otherwise the coriander seeds will be all over the place if you use just the regular pot. Wash them thoroughly. Wash them for a few minutes and let it sit to dry. And then this is very easy to prepare. Only the chili parts are the one that has a little work that you have to do. I'm going to let the water run into it, so in the pot. This is ready, so now I'm going to let it sit to drain the water. So let's do the chili parts. So if you notice, I'm wearing gloves because when you wash it or after you wash it, if you touch your face or your eyes with your hands, you're going to suffer. You should also wear a mask just in case. Otherwise, you might cough or sneeze or cry because this is very, very spicy chili parts. So same thing. I'm kind of suffering, so wear a mask when you wash them. And wash them thoroughly because you don't know how these were prepared, because I've seen some videos the way they dry these on the field. It's not pretty. I wash this until the water is that I'm draining is really clear. So don't forget to wear a mask if you're not used to this. So let it sit aside to drain the water. While you're waiting on the coriander seeds and the chili parts to drain all the water, preheat your oven for 450 degrees. Once the oven is preheated, make sure you turn it off before you put your chili parts or coriander seeds in. Because if the oven is on, it's going to burn and going to catch a fire. So make sure Once the preheat process is done, turn off the oven, then put your chili parts or coriander seeds in it. You could use the oven to roast the chili parts and the coriander seeds. What I do is only roast the chili parts in the oven, but I use a pan to roast the coriander seeds because it's very easy to do it that way, because coriander seeds doesn't absorb that much water when you wash them, but chili part does, absorbs a lot of water, so you need the oven to roast the chili parts. So my oven is preheated, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take baking sheets and then put aluminum foil. So even though the pepper parts are drained, it still have water. So when you preheat them or roast them, the water will be on your baking sheet, and then that will stain your baking sheet. That's why I use the aluminum foil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread the don't use oil or anything like that. There is no need for it. And also, and at the bottom of this colander, you're going to see some seeds. You could use that too. If you don't want it, you don't have to. So I turned the oven off. So I'm going to put it in now. Just on the top part or in the middle, it does not matter because the oven is off. So while the pepper parts are roasting in the oven, I am going to roast the coriander seeds on the stove. So I'm using a pan for that. Don't use oil or anything. Just put it in the pan and then start roasting it. So have your stove in a medium flame or heat and then start roasting it. If you think that this is a little bit of time consuming, so when you're on your day off or a weekend, just roast a lot of them. Roast a lot of coriander seeds and a lot of pepper parts. And then if you are washing a lot of pepper parts, make sure you use gloves and a mask. So this is the way you don't suffer. So when you grind them too, the coriander seeds you could grind as much as you want because it doesn't bother you. But when you grind the pepper parts, make sure you don't grind them a lot at once, because then, like I said before, you will suffer by sneezing, coughing, crying. So that's going to happen. So I'll show you in a few minutes. What I do is I only grind these pepper parts or coriander seeds only for one curry. When you grind them freshly like that, especially the coriander seeds or coriander powder, after it grinds, smells so good. And then the taste is so good too, because you prepared it yourself. You roasted it, you prepared it, so it tastes so good. But with the garam masala, since it has a lot of ingredients in it, you cannot do it for just one curry. So whenever I do it for like maybe about, it will last me about like a month or a month and a half or whatever. Depends on how many curries that you are making. So see how easy this is. This is so easy to do it. But by the way, when you have your coriander seeds on the stove, just don't walk away because it could burn. So you don't want that. But make sure there is no water content in the seeds. If there is even a little bit of water content, you will stale, mold will grow, and then you will ruin your coriander seeds. So make sure it's completely roasted and not even a single bit of water content in it. So you have to make sure. So this is what I do. I do prepare a lot. Whenever I have time, I prepare a lot. And in the summertime, what I do is when it's like over 80 degrees or outside, I sun dry them. When you sun dry the coriander seeds, roasting it like in maybe 2 or 3 minutes, that's it. So, but now it's really cold outside, so I can't sun dry them, but I do a lot in the summertime, so it will last me for like almost a year. But in case I have to do it in the winter, this is what I do. Oh, it smells so good. So this is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to roast it. Depends on how much coriander seeds that you have. This is a lot, so it's going to take a little longer. So this is done. It took about 20 minutes to roast it, and by looking at it, you could tell it's roasted. And then also, do you hear this sound? That means there's no water content in the coriander seeds. But if you don't hear this, that means the coriander seeds have water content in it. So make sure you get that, and then let it cool, and then you grind them. So here is the roasted chili pads and the coriander seeds. So you hear the sound, and then especially chili pads. If you don't hear the sound when you do this, that means your chili pads has water content. In that case, what you do is preheat your oven again and turn it off, and then put this in for like few minutes. But don't leave it in the oven for too long, because that will burn them. So just put it in for a few minutes, and then when it is cooled down, just make sure you hear this sound. And if you hear this sound, that means it's roasted and it's ready for to grind. And then make sure you wash your hands before you touch anything after touching the parts. You could use any grinder that you have. I use these two small ones because I only grind them for one curry. So I use the small ones, but if you have a bigger grinder, bigger jar, you could use it to grind them. I use one grinder for the chili powder and another one for the coriander powder, because this is the way every time I make curry, I don't have to wipe it or wash it over. I only wash this once in a while. So I'm going to grind this. That's it. Here is your coriander powder. Look how fine that powder is. I'm going to show you closer. See? It didn't even take a minute. And I'm going to do the chili parts. Just enough for one curry. I'm going to time it too. I'm going to give a stir or mix it. So about 1 minute. See how fine that powder is? Chili powder. Your homemade chili powder is ready. So let's do the garam masala now. I'm using a bigger jar for that because it's a lot of ingredients, so you need a bigger jar for it. And it's going to last you probably a month or a month and a half or something like that. I am using a cinnamon stick, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 small pieces of cinnamon stick, and a tablespoon of, or 2 tablespoons of, 2 tablespoons of cardamom, about 3 pieces of star anise, a teaspoon of clove, 2 bay leaves, about 4 tablespoons of jeera, 3 and 4. You could put a little bit of cumin seed if you want to, but I'm not going to. So this is it, and then let's grind it. Check it. Oh yeah, it is done. Look at how fine that garam masala is. So this is going to last you for about maybe 10 curries. I want to show you closer. Look at that. Look at how fine that powder is. So this is so easy. So if you want, you know, like make a lot, this is fine, and then you could store it in your cabinet for a while. But I only do like this much, and then it lasts me for a while too. See how easy that was? It's preparing the chili pads and the coriander seeds, you know, washing, drying, and then, you know, preheating the oven, roasting them. It takes a little bit of time, but you could you could prepare a lot of them and then keep it in your cabinet for months and years even. It doesn't go bad, but as long as there's no water content in it. So make sure it's very dry and then roasted. And then right before you make the curry, or while you sauteing your onions, garlic, and ginger, you could grind them, because you see it doesn't even take a minute to grind them. That's how I do it. I'm going to make a chicken curry with the powder that I just made. So I will come to you soon with another video. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends. And please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and please subscribe to JTG YouTube channel. Also visit my website, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐷.com. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.